On today's lesson, we'll be talking about how to light yourself up, most especially for makeup artists and for hair vendors. The lighting is similar between hair vendor and makeup artist, just a little bit different, but they are almost or somewhat similar. Got a nice looking wig for my model here, and I also did makeup on her so that you can see the hair look and the makeup at the same time with the same light setup that I have. Let me explain my light setup. But some of them are optional, some of them are mandatory, but I will take you through on each step, like what you get to see at the first, when I turn on the first light, the second light, and the third light, and which ones are optional. What I have right now is my tripod with my phone in front. Then I have my key light, which is the one facing the model directly, is this light. And I would recommend this light for makeup artists and hair vendors too. YN216 light, that's what it's called. The more expensive key light for makeup artists and hair vendors is Sute Photo P by 100 RGB or let's 660 Pro. So that's my key light. That's what's facing the model, but it's not facing her directly. You see that I raised it up and I tilted it downwards to face her from the top. That's how you position it, because all of this lighting is all about positioning. Now the next one that I have is these two LED lights on her side, tilted towards the back side, facing her like this, same as this one. They're not literally on the cheeks of her face. No, they're just like shining through to the front. So it can be any light. It doesn't matter. It can even be a small portable light. Now, I'm just telling you, I'm running you down through my setup. Now, it doesn't mean you have to have all of these things. No, it doesn't mean. I will tell you what is more important. These two side lights are optional. But if you are trying to take your content game to the next level, you would see that they really give maximum effect to whatever you've got, what your subject is, your model, and all of that. Now, I have a backdrop behind me. It could be your room, or you want to have a background behind you. This is a PVC backdrop on a stand. You can get that as Singy Props on Instagram. I sell it. I'm located in Lagos, Nigeria. I sell all of these tools that I'm showcasing. The color of your background, the color of the outfit your model is wearing has a significant effect on the outlook of your video. It also has an effect on how many lights you would need for your video to look good. The more contrast there is with the colors the model is wearing and the background, the lesser light you would need. But when you're wearing bright colors using bright background, you would need more lights. We're using the white background, white PVC background. And the last thing that I have is a backlight. That one too is also optional, but it's actually a really nice one to have. It's a backlight. I place it at the back of the model, which is a LED 800. It can be any light source as long as it's bright enough to illuminate the background. So I just put it literally at the back of the model. And there has to be a distance between the light and the background, including the model. There has to be a distance for everything to work out nicely. You would need a reflective surface. A reflective surface is very important for the makeup artist. You don't really need it for the hair vendor, but for a makeup artist, you need this to illuminate the underneath of your model, the under chin of your model. If this is not available, you can use another light source. That would be probably a small light. It could be a small ring light, maybe a 12-inch ring light, or a small portable light that you just place underneath the model. You can even put the ring light on the lap of the model, just the head of the ring light, just place it on the lap of the model so that it can brighten up our under chin if you do not have a reflector. But we're going to be using a reflector in this video. For us to get started, we would have to turn off the lights in the room. The darker the room, the more sweet or the more interesting your video comes out, the more quality your video is. But if you have some ambient lights going on in the room, you probably may not get an awesome result, but it will still look good. So I need to turn on the lights in the room. So I'll turn on my key light first, which is my YN216 light, before I turn off the lights in the room. So you can see now, the light is literally shining from up to down. So let me open up my camera. And I have my phone on video mode. Now, there's no special settings to these kind of things. It's just your lighting. But the only thing I would say is feel free to zoom in on your subject. That is why the other lenses in your phone are there, is to zoom in. So literally I'm at 1.8x, and I adjust my tripod so that the head of the model is literally in the box in the middle of my phone. This thing is called the grid line. You can turn it on in your settings if you turn on the grid line, so you see all these invincible lines on your screen. Now, the model head is literally in the middle of my screen with my key light on. So you can see that she's looking good already. The light is good, is nice. You can see the hair, you can see the makeup, but it can be better. Literally, it can be better. So this is our second light source, and I feel like we can create makeup videos like this and still go ahead. Now, like I said, if you don't have a reflector, you can introduce a mini light. Just place it on the thigh or the lap of your model. Now that we've have this is the beginner level. You have your 1N216 light and your reflector underneath, which is beautiful. It's looking nice. Now, the next thing that you can do to move your lighting game to intermediate is to turn on the backlight. So I'm going to have the backlight turn on and you will see the difference. Now, the key light literally facing her has 3 light tones. There is white, there is warm, and there is yellow. This light tone currently is on warm. I put it on warm because it has this nice glowing effect for hair and for makeup. So it is currently on warm, which is in between white and warm. So I will do the same thing for the backlights. Warm lights are very sweet for makeup. This is a white light. And it doesn't mean it is bad, no. But if I change it to a warm light, it looks better. This is yellow light and this is warm light. So I kind of like the warm light, so I'm going to leave it at that. So this is the intermediate level. Now you're trying to take your content game to the maximum level or to the intermediate level, and I feel like it's given, but it can be better. So let's move on to pro, the pro level. I'm going to just let this reflector rest first. We should always have a reflector underneath the model or an extra light source underneath the model. But our hands are hurting, so let her rest for a while we turn on the other lights. Now we have our backlight on, our key light on, and our reflector is not in the picture, but it's looking good. Now let's turn on the side lights. With the side lights, I'll turn on this one on the, is it left or right? But you have to be careful with the side lights. The side lights don't have to be so bright, but just a little bit, you know, with a nice tone, a warmth light. Right, this is the side lights, the other side lights turned on, which is beautiful, super. Now you can see more of the hair, you can see more of the makeup, you can see more of everything. So imagine what you would see if we introduce our reflector underneath. Now we've got our reflector underneath a chin. Like this, good. You see that? So there's more light under her chin, and as she's moving her head, you can see the effect. Like you can literally see the hair, the makeup at the same time. Now, if you want to follow through this light setup, it is fine. So if this light setup works for makeup and hair, no matter what level it is, the beginner, the intermediate, and the pro. So there you have it. I replaced the reflector with another light support for her chin, and I just used some books to lift it up. This is a more portable light, which is a clip light you can use. These portable lights can also be used as your side lights. So they are quite affordable. That is, if you cannot afford all of these big LED lights. So you can just get portable lights as your side lights and even as your backlight. But your key lights cannot be compromised. It's either YN216 or Sute Photo or LED 660 Pro. Thank you for coming to my TED class and my TED talk. And I hope I've been able to show you the effects of lighting and their positioning on your makeup videos and your hair videos. Now, there's one thing I need you to know. You don't have to have all these lights, like I said in the beginning. I've showed you the effect of just one light. I've showed you the effect of just a supporting light underneath the chin of your model or your mannequin. And then I've showed you the effect of the backlight, and I've showed you the effect of the side light. So these are literally important. In fact, this is not where it ends. There's still more ways to add more lights to your model. You can even literally shine lights to her hair at the top by putting another light at the top here to shine through the top. There are just so many ways, 1,001 ways to film a makeup video, to light a makeup video, or to film a hair video. And this is just one of them. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Please like, comment, and share. And let me know what you want me to talk about in the next video.